Good morning, students. So today we are going to study about the last mode of heterotrophic nutrition. So in yesterday class we have seen about Holozoic nutrition, saprophytic nutrition. So saprophytic nutrition, what it is, breaking the food outside the body and absorbing the nutrients. So which organisms follow it? Mushrooms, all the fungi, bread molds, they follow saprophytic nutrition. Coming to Holozoic nutrition, taking the food as whole and digesting inside the body and absorbing the nutrients is called as Holozoic nutrition. So amoeba, paramecian, human beings, all these follow Holozoic nutrition. Now coming to the parasitic mode of nutrition. What is parasitic mode of nutrition? We have already discussed. So the organism take the food or nutrients from another organism without killing or destroying it. So that mode of nutrition is called as parasitic mode of nutrition. Now this is seen in parasitic mode of nutrition is seen in leeches, tapeworms, next lice. So in these animals we will see the parasitic mode of nutrition. This type of parasitic mode of nutrition is also seen in plants. So we have an example of a plant called dodder. So the plant dodder, it follows the parasitic nutrition. Dodder plant belongs to the genus Cuscuta. This you should remember. Dodder plant belongs to the genus Cuscuta. So you know what is genus. So it belongs to the genus Cuscuta. So dodder plant, how it looks, it is a leafless. That means the plant does not have leaves, and it is twining, parasitic plant. Means it is a slender, it twines, chuttukupotam, twining and chuttukupotam. So the dodder plant does not have leaves and it is a twining, means it rounds, it like creeper. How a creeper rounds around some support. So like that, it is a twining plant and it follows parasitic mode of nutrition. That means it takes nutrients from another organism or another plant. So this belongs to which morning glory family? The dodder plant belongs to morning glory family. The dodder plant belongs to morning glory family. It belongs to genus Cuscuta and the family is morning glory family. So in this family we have 170 varieties of species of dodder plants. Okay, so you have 170 varieties of different varieties. We have 170 different varieties of dodder plants in the genus Cuscuta. So we will study here Cuscuta reflexa. We will study here about Cuscuta reflexa. So in the genus Cuscuta we have 170 varieties of species of plants. So today we are going to study about the species Cuscuta reflexa. This is the genus, this is the species. So in this we are going to study about reflexa species. So in genus Cuscuta we have how many varieties? 170 varieties of plants. So today we will study about reflexa, Cuscuta reflexa plant, which is also common name is dodder plant. Now coming to the Cuscuta or dodder plant, we have already told it is a leafless plant. So what happens to the So in Cuscuta plant there are no leaves, leafless plants. The leaves are modified into tiny spine-like structures. Exactly not spines, but it will be like spines. Why they are modified into that manner? So the leaves are not not present in broad way like this. If the leaves are not present, they are modified into small sac or spine like structures, because to avoid transpiration, And one more important thing is this plant, Cuscuta plants does not have chlorophyll. They does not have chlorophyll. Okay, they does not have chlorophyll. So if chlorophyll is not present, the plant will not able to prepare its food. So these plants will follow the parasitic mode of nutrition. Cuscuta plants does not have leaves, and it does not also, even the stem or any other part also does not have chlorophyll. So the Cuscuta plant cannot prepare its own food. So how does it gets food? By following the parasitic nutrition. So what it does? Cuscuta first, how it has a slender, thin twining stem. It has slender, thin twining stem. Okay, means the stem is very thin and very thin and very flexible, and it is a twining, means it twines around some support. It has a slender, thin twining stem. Next, if you see the flowers, and the stem is yellow, orange, green. So the stem has various colors. So mostly not, the stem is very thin and it is very slender, and it is twining stem. So you see yellow, orange, green, some other color stems also are seen in the Cuscuta plant. Now coming to the flowers. Flowers are generally yellow and white. Flowers are generally yellow and white in color, and they are mostly found in nodules, means in clusters, in groups, and they are bell shape. Okay, this is about the Cuscuta structure. So just we will recap once. Cuscuta is a plant belonging to the dodler is the plant belonging to the Cuscuta. So we will study about the Cuscuta itself. So the plants which belongs to Cuscuta genus have no leaves, means they are leafless plants. The leaves are very reduced. The leaves are reduced into small spine-like structures. Now they will be not exactly like spines, but you can say it as spines. Okay, so the leaves are reduced and they have no chlorophyll in them. Why the leaves are reduced? To avoid the transpiration, because it is not preparing its food. It is not getting its own water. So it should take water from some other organism. If the leaves are broad, the water will evaporate due to sunlight. So to avoid that evaporation, the leaves are reduced into some other forms. So Cuscuta is a leafless plant. Now coming to the stem, how it is? It is very slender, thin and twining. Twining means it moves, it crawls around a support, and it has different colors like yellow, orange, green, and some other colors also. Now coming to the plant, like flower. The flowers are mostly yellow and white and are seen in nodules, means in groups, and they are mostly in the bell shape. This is about the morphology of the Cuscuta. Now coming to the how it takes the nutrition from the other plants. How it takes its food from the other plant. The other plant First, the other plant, from where it is taking food. The other plant, from where it is taking food, is called host. Okay, is called host. Now if you see, this is our plant. So now the Cuscuta plant will develop like this. This is our host. This is host, and this is our Cuscuta plant or dodder plant. Okay. Okay. So it takes the nutrients from the other plant. The other plant is called as host. Okay. Now, first what it does, the seeds of the Cuscuta fall on the ground. The seeds of the Cuscuta fall on the ground. Now they develop a small, thin, slender stem. The seeds will develop small, thin, slender stem, and they will go in the search of the host. Once they find the host, now they found the host. The Cuscuta plant has found its host. Suppose this is the host plant. Now it has the seeds of the dodder plant or the Cuscuta plant develops a slender, thin stem, and it's go in search of the host. When it finds its host, it will develop its anchoring roots. It will develop anchoring roots. So it will develop some anchoring roots. Anchoring roots are nothing but to hold the plant, to fix, to get support. For support, it will develop anchoring roots, and it will get and it will hold the host plant. Okay, for support to crawl on the host plant, it will develop anchoring root. Once it finds its host plant, it will get the support by developing anchoring roots, and it will attach to the host by its anchoring roots, and it starts growing on the host plant. Okay, once it got attached firmly to the host plant by anchoring roots, so the slender stem develops from the seeds. Now they will go in search of the host. When it finds its host, it will develop anchoring roots. For what? To fix to the host plant. Once it has fixed, or once it has once it is attached to the host plant, so what it does, it starts growing on the host plant. Now it starts growing on the host plant. Now once it has developed anchoring roots, and it starts growing on the host plant. So what it does, it develops a special type of roots called, Hostoria. It develops a special type of roots called Hostoria. So the dodder plant, once it is attached to the host plant, it develops a special type of roots called Hostoria. These Hostoria will penetrate into vascular tissue of the host plant. Okay, it will penetrate into which tissue? Vascular tissue of the host plant. Okay, so in vascular tissue what you have? Xylem and phloem. So you have already studied in your 9th class. In vascular tissue, we have xylem and phloem. Xylem carries water and phloem carries food. So this you know. So once the dodder plant develops, gets attached to the host tissue, it starts growing on the host plant, and it's develop a special type of tissue, a special type of roots called hostoria, which penetrates into the vascular tissue, of the host plant. So in the vascular tissue we have xylem and phloem. Xylem conducts water and phloem transports food, that we know. So it gets water and food to itself through its hostoria. So hostoria is helping the toddler plant to get its water and food from the host plant. Clear? Now, so after one branch, it's go on to another branch. After another branch, so entire host plant is covered like that. And so it will first, this branch is there. It will start like this. Then it will go to another branch. Next, afterwards another branch. So until the entire plant is covered with dodder creeper or dodder twig, it will grow on like that, and it will be absorbing the nutrients from the host plant. So you will see that you can see surrounding around, you will see some stems will have some green color on it. Green color is developed on it. That is nothing but our cuscuta. Okay, it is nothing but our cuscuta plants. So if you remove it, you will have some green color twigs surrounds your stem of the plant. So that green color is nothing but our cuscuta plant. Okay, so this is about cuscuta. Now, so if the seeds does not find the host plant, what happens? If the seeds, I told that the seeds will develop a slender stem-like structure and it will go in search of the host plant. Once it finds its host plant, it will develop anchoring roots and it will hold that host plant and start growing on the host plant and develop its hostoria, and it will take the nutrients from the host plant. Now, if it does not find the host plant, within the 10 days of developing the slender stem, if it does not find the host plant, the plant will die. This cuscuta will die. Now, once it is taking the nutrients from the host plant, it is making the host plant weak, because the food and the water which has been prepared by the host plant, or which has been taken by the host plant, is being taken by the cuscuta plant. So the host plants become weak and it becomes, sometimes it may die also, but mostly it will not die, but it will become weak. Okay, so that is about parasitic mode of nutrition. Thank you.